Hey, everybody. My next guest is a comedian, actor, and host of the Sticks and Stones podcast, who is also starring in the indie film Comic Sans, which will be featured at the Long Beach International Film Festival on Wednesday, July 26th at the Regal Cinema in Lynbrook. Here he is, the one and only Austin Brooks. Austin, how you doing, man?
How's it going, Don?
Good, bro. Good. It's good to see you.
Thanks. You too. You too.
Yeah, man. We just talking a little bit about your beard. Like I always think people look, especially men, look way better with beards. I think the beard is a good move.
Yeah, no, I like it. I look a little more mature. I'm going after an older woman now. So
Oh, you're going after the older
yeah,
women now. Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
had it with the younger ones.
Raise the age preferences on all the dating apps.
What made that? Is it what's the decision? You guess into MILFs now, or is it?
They just know what they're doing,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm just being honest. I mean, out there, I'm looking for a sugar mama. Well, I grew the beard.
Yeah, because you want a woman who already has her shit together, right? Who already has a career path, already has accomplishments. You don't want to start from the ground up.
Everything I don't have already. Yeah, pretty much, Don. Pretty much is what I'm looking for.
So you're looking for what is it? The Oedipus complex. You're looking for like a motherly role model, someone who's going to steer you in the right direction,
Shelter, food, and love. That's it.
and someone who can cook good, right?
That's all.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. So hey, and you like long walks on the beach, right? So ladies, please, if you're watching,
All
because
right, now we got that out of the way.
yeah, look how rugged he looks. He looks so much more manly now with the beard. So
It's the Yellowstone era right now.
yeah,
Everyone's
everybody.
banquet and has beards and wearing Carhartt jackets.
There you go. You just need a
That's it.
cowboy hat, and you're
That's it.
set.
I'm one Dodge Ram away.
That's awesome. Well, you already live out here in Manorville, so you've already got the farm thing going on.
I know.
You
It's
know,
so funny when you watch like city folks, like people from the city, like try to be like all like country and stuff like that. And you're like,
dude.
you have no idea. When you get stuck behind a tractor going to work, then you're like, all right, you know.
And this time of year, we start to see all the city. We coming out uh
Yep.
towards
Especially the
because
Hamptons.
yeah, because we're right next to the Hamptons. So because we live in the same neighborhood in Manorville,
Yep.
and we're right next to West Hampton, and then all the Hamptons up that way. So this time of year we see them all. We call them cityettes. They all come riding out here in their convertibles
Right.
and
And then you're like, I don't even get it. I don't get it. I don't see the big hype about it.
right, yeah.
I go, what?
Why?
You want to spend $19 on a deli sandwich? Like, I just don't get it.
Exactly, man. It's so much more expensive in the Hamptons. Do you go to
So
Hamptons often? Are you a
um,
Hamptons?
yeah, actually, so especially like with my day job that I do, I'm there probably like twice a week, which is nice.
Nice.
Get to people watch.
Which Hamptons is your favorite?
Um, I like Southampton because it's the quickest one to get to. After that, it's just a lot more driving.
Southampton's my favorite Hampton too because it's all the arts and shit like that. And they got good nightlife there. Southampton's better. Was it East Hampton? That's the ritzy one.
Yeah, they won't even allow me in there. I can't
Especially now with the beard.
even
Forget
drive by.
it. You're not even allowed to drive by.
Nah, they see my Kia roll through and they're like, "You don't belong here. We're not too fond of your kind around here."
Well, I'm hoping we can get our film Comic Sans. So you are one of the
Yes.
stars of the film Comic Sans. It's now in the festival circuit. We're trying to get it out there. We're trying to get into the one of the Hamptons film festivals as well. But right now, we're going to be in the Long Beach International Film Festival. It's right out in the Long Beach area. This one's going to be at the Regal Cinema in Lynbrook. I don't think I've actually interviewed you since we did the film. I mean, we've been on a couple interviews. We've been together since then. But tell me about in your own words, tell me about Comic Sans. What is this movie?
Um, well, basically, it was a great experience. Thank you so much for having me on there, and especially knowing I didn't have much acting experience. You kind of took me on and helped me out through like a lot of hard times, and I thought it was going to be a lot like way more difficult than it was. I was so focused on like remember lines and everything like that, but like you made it really easy. It was fun. It was a great group of people. recording and, you know, just hanging out with everybody. That was so much fun. Um,
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a great film. I think it like definitely, you know, weighs in on a lot of things that like people can relate to, especially like in the comedy world, you know, people like constantly, you know, getting surpassed or some putting more work than others. And, you know, just the way some get, you know, meet people and, you know, just the way it works. And I think it's just a great film. I think it really, you know, basically elaborates on the struggles that, you know, it is in a comedy where it's not just like going up and telling jokes. There's like way more to it.
There's a lot of politics involved in that,
A
and
lot.
yeah, and like you said, it's one of there's no seniority
No.
in comedy. There is, but there isn't. Like, so yeah, there is seniority when you start in comedy. There are the guys that've been there for a long time, and you want to listen to those guys and all that. But when I say there's no seniority, is in getting to the next levels.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah, so they look, you know, if you're going to be in the movies or if you're going to get the Netflix special or whatever, sometimes there's no seniority in that. People could just start popping, whether they
yep.
have 20 years in or if they have 2 years in, people could start making the moves. And that's kind of what Comic Sans kind of touches on.
That's what's great about comedy. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter how many years you're doing it. If you're funny, you're just fucking funny, you know? So, and some people could be doing it for 20 years and just never get funny. And it's just how it is, you know? And it's basically like in comedy, you can't just rely on somebody like once they make it to just take your hand and pull you up and now you're up there too. It's like, you know, everybody's got to, you know, fend for yourself a little bit. Like, that's what I like about, like, you know, it's kind of like an even playing field a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
It's, it's who puts this, you know, who's going to put the more work in. It's not just easy as just showing up sometimes.
Yeah, that's
And
a
I
great
just
way
do
to
that.
that's a great way to put it. You know, and but like also when it comes to talent and it comes to being funny, that was a great thing that you said. That some people doing this for like, you know, 20 years and they just you know, they just never really have it.
Yeah.
Like there is something to it. I think that's with all art. You either have it or you don't, and that, you know, that's the difference. Like I always tell people, look, I could sing, like we all can. I could, hey, you know, like sing a song right now, zippity doo
I
dah, but I can't
remember your Rapid Delight days.
exactly, but I can't really sing, right? There's other people like, you know, look at these great singers out there. So there is a difference of talent. So we're not all equal in that regard. There is different levels of talent, and some people move faster than others, you know, and some people just have the it factor and all those kind of things. But
Yeah. Be the funniest person in the world, but if you know, no one's just gonna come and just grab you. You gotta really put in the work, and you
yeah,
know that's it's the hardest part. Sometimes it's more to it than just the jokes.
right on, man. And and that was what was great about getting this film going, this Comic Sans movie, and having you a part of it. And I think you were awesome. And you know, and I think that your role, Austin Pryor, kind of embodies that person that we're talking about, this character who has the it factor, who's moving a little faster than the others, moving faster than his peers, moving beyond the
Yeah.
people that taught him.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Like you can see your own mentor get upset with you and your progress, but meanwhile, that's the mentor that, you know, pushed you to get to that level. So it's like, you know, they want you to get to that level, but then it's like in somewhere like they also feel like shame and jealousy in it as well. It's weird.
Yeah, and I think and to me, that's in all life. Like you
Yeah.
always wish people the best, you know, and then when they start to succeed, it's like you build them up and then you want to break them down.
Yep. It's like when you break up with your girlfriend, so you never want to see her date somebody bigger and better looking, you know, you always like want them to kind of downgrade a little.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't want them to be happy.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like that, and yeah, and you were amazing in the part, and here we'll show a scene right here. What else did she say?
Well, long story short, they put together a cop movie with Vin Diesel, and they're looking for an unknown to play his funny sidekick. So she wants me to come down and audition.
Wow,
this is huge.
No, this is huge, man. I'm happy for you, but just don't get yourself too excited because I'm sure Rebecca went out there and, you know, handpicked a ton of comedians from all over the place to audition for this role. So it might not, you know.
No, man, just me and I think some other comic from LA. But apparently she loves me and she loves my New York accent. Apparently I didn't even know I had an accent, Billy.
The accent, yeah. So now you this was your first time ever doing any acting?
ever. And besides telling all the girls that I love
Yeah,
them.
but that was good, man. But yeah, it's you're natural at the acting too, man. You were really good. I mean, I remember, kind of you were a little worried about doing it, about acting on camera. It was your
Yeah,
first
I
time.
mean, if you never acted, you go like, you think so much like, oh, you gotta remember lines, and you're like, oh, I gotta put emotion into this and like that, and it's just like it's easier than it really, some people put it out to be. I mean, especially when you were like, hey, just be yourself. I was like, all right, I don't gotta portray like another character or try to like, just be me, which made it a lot easier and more comforting. And especially like recording it at Governor's, where we all feel comfortable at, it's like we all been there many times, so it was nice. It was very it was for my first film. I'm glad it was with you, and I'm glad that it was the one that I was in.
Yeah, man. Well,
Um,
thanks. That's huge, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad that that the first movie you were ever in was Comic Sans, and you did an amazing job. And that's the thing too. Like for me, when I wrote it and directed it, and from that standpoint, I always want. I'm not one of those guys that wants every word of dialogue to be said exactly on paper. I want it
yeah,
to come from a natural place. I want you to feel the actor to feel comfortable saying it because then it's more believable. And
yeah,
I
it's more
think
relatable.
and I think you nailed it, and you nailed like all the key pieces that we wanted in there. I think also your character was you had that likability factor. I think the character exuded that as well. So the audience was kind of like with you in that. We're going, man, why is he so mad at this guy? He's just, he's good things are happening.
Yeah, it's crazy to see like both sides. Like some people, as they're watching, they're rooting. I mean, like, but the guy that's supposed to be rooting for him is upset with him. So you like wonder why. You go, you know, it's a great film. Uh, Great comics. I mean, crew was awesome, and it's just so awesome to see how like it was put together. And then when we see it like these festivals, and you see everybody at the end, clapping and saying like, "Wow, that was great." It feels good, especially you see it all come together. And
It was an amazing cast, man. We had all different levels of comedy. The cast itself represented the Long Island comedy scene and represented all the levels of comedy. We had, you know, newer comics like yourself, kind of a few years in.
yeah,
We had
some great comics that been doing it for a while, like Eric,
yeah, you had Eric Haft,
Harry.
Joey Cola, the legend, Carrie Karavitz,
Yep,
another huge name on the scene. He's been doing it for a long time. We had Tony Walker's been doing this. He helped produce this and did a fantastic job as the club owner. Joey Petroni, Jeff Bosey, Sherry Poland,
yep.
and Andy Plagano. So it was just a well-rounded cast, and everybody brought an essence to it that really kind of that you can't it's a capturing lightning in a bottle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel while you watch the film, you could tell like you feel like everybody kind of is like together and close, and it's not like nothing's faked.
Right,
The
right,
chemistry is all real. There, like what I mean, the chemistry is there with everybody. It's not
right,
like
right.
you don't
have you
question it.
have you gotten any feedback from people, and how has it been, just tell me about that. What's the word on the streets?
Yeah, actually, everybody that's seen the film loves it. I have some people that went and seen it twice. Um, it's a terrific film. Very, people say, they were impressed with my acting. They were like, very surprised. They asked like, "Oh, did you go classes and stuff like that?" I'm like, "No, just worked with the right people." And I gotta say, nothing but great things have came out of it. Um, Looking to do another one. Hopefully, this expands. I mean, that's the best part of the film is that it keeps you wanting more. We didn't just end like goes, oh, where's the next chapter, which is cool.
Right, right. Yeah, we're definitely planning to do some more. Like I said, I'm working out the scripts. We got a lot in store for Austin Pryor, which was your character. So there's going to be some fun stuff in the works. We're hoping to get that kicked off. Hopefully, we can start shooting April of 2024, March, April. So I'm working on the scripts now. We got a lot of planning to do, but yeah, we definitely want to continue it, and that's what makes this stuff like these film festivals so important, is to get the eyes on it and get other producers or investors to kind of get their interest up, and then hopefully they can be a part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you watch the film, you go, it's it's like a half hour or so, and you go, it goes by because you're just watching it, and you're like, wow, like it's already over, and you just want more after. It's like it's one of those films you go, oh my god, it's already over. You're so
Right.
intrigued with, which is great. It's great. So long story short, they're putting together a cop movie with Vin Diesel, and they're looking for an unknown to play his funny sidekick. So she wants me to come down and audition.
Congratulations, but keep coming. I keep getting in the ring, only keep getting knocked the fuck out. And this was supposed to be my time, George.
Whatever happens, happens. The thing is to keep your head in the game. Persevere. Consistent persistence, my friend.
It's called show business, not show friends, okay?
You guys are unbelievable. Holy shit.
It's awesome. It's awesome to be a part of, like something like that. It's also great to see, like, like comedy where, like, when I first got into comedy, I did it because I wanted to get on, tell jokes, stuff like that. But it's crazy how, like, it expands, you off to other things and you venture off and you go, it's not just stand up, something like now which is great. Like, more possibilities, you more networking, you meet new people. Which is great about these festivals. You meet all these other people that, these other great films.
Now also with the stand up, have you been performing? Because I haven't really seen you out and about that much.
So I took a little leave of absence. Took a little break. Just needed it a little bit. Just it happens to everybody. Everybody goes through it at times. Sometimes you're just like either you're like, hey, I'm not just feeling the jokes, something like that. So I just took a little break to just write. I did a lot of writing, which now I'm getting out there. I'm going back on shows. I've been doing a lot. I got a movie in Sun this month. I did a show last week, which it's great getting back into it. That's the best part about this, like the Long Island comedy scene, is that like even if you're away for a little bit, like everybody welcomes you right back in, which is great. There's no like feeling like like that's it. Like it was like, all right, like it took a little break and you came back, but yeah, now I'm out there again, telling some new jokes I got, which is great. That's any comic. Sometimes you're just not feeling it.
Right.
So you'll be seeing me around, getting back into the scene, which is nice.
I think that's the best too. If you are not feeling it, to kind of take a break and reset, and then
not force it. I didn't want to force it.
Right, exactly. Because you're forcing it,
yeah. You do a show and you go, like you get off and you go, it was good, but I didn't. You're not happy with it. You're like, you know what I mean? And like when I was doing stand up, like I enjoy that feeling off the stage, and like I was like, like I think I just need a little break. Which the greatest comics in the world take breaks.
I think it's important to take a break. I think, and you just showed why, because not only you reset and refresh, but you also have an opportunity to write new stuff, come back stronger, because you already know the game now. You already know expectations and what you need to do. So you now could write new material, come out better, stronger, and and have it's like a leg of a race, like a marathon, So now this leg, you're ready to go even longer.
Exactly.
Cool, man. Austin Brooks, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Everybody come out to the Long Beach International Film Festival. You're going to be there, right?
I will be there. Absolutely.
Yep. It's Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We're kicking it off. Comic Sans is kicking it off. We're starting this whole film festival. So come out. You can meet Austin Brooks, take pictures with him. He'll give you his phone number. If you're a MILF, he might take you out on a date. We'll see what happens. but dude, it's tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, the Sticks and Stone
Austin
podcast.
Brooks Comedy. Follow me on Austin Brooks Comedy, Sticks and Stone podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. That's making a comeback too. We took a little leave for one of the cast members had a wedding to deal with, so we took a little leave of absence. But there's many episodes on there for you guys to check out. And then check out Comicsons.
Yes, indeed. Austin, thanks so much, buddy. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, man.
Thanks, Don. Absolutely.
Rock and roll.